Well, there are renewed calls for Prince Andrew to be stripped of his royal titles after reaching a settlement with Virginia Roberts Giuffre in her sexual abuse case against him, with reports suggesting it may have been around $16 million. Well, there's also speculation the Queen may have to dig into her own pockets to pay the woman, with royal experts now saying it'll be impossible for him to carry out his duties with his reputation tarnished forever. Let's take you live to London, where we're joined by correspondent Jonathan Sacerdoti. Jonathan, nice to see you. Look, firstly, you know, there's been so much talk of this. How much of a surprise really is it?
In many ways, this isn't a surprising result because so few cases like this actually get to court in America. Remember, this was a private case that Miss Giuffre brought against Prince Andrew. And of course, there was his deposition due to come up in a few weeks, and then there would have been further depositions and disclosure. It could all have dragged on for many, many months in the US court system. And that's definitely something that Prince Andrew wouldn't have wanted to happen, especially not this year, the Queen's Platinum Jubilee year, which is meant to be focused on celebration and marking this landmark moment, not just in her reign, but of course it's a record for any monarch. So I think it was essential, as far as the royal family was concerned, that this would be tied up as soon as possible. And once once he had managed not to get it thrown out of court in the first place, it seemed inevitable that he would have to do some kind of deal like this.
Yeah, so, you know, with regards to that Platinum Jubilee, we know the celebrations will be in June, if I'm right. Jonathan, you know, the Queen must be, in a way, relieved it's all over, but at the same time, it isn't a good look.
No, indeed, it's not. And that's really the case here, because there hasn't been a trial. So Prince Andrew hasn't been exonerated in that sense, but he's also never admitted that this happened. He's never taken responsibility or said that the accusations are true. On the contrary, he's always denied them. And by settling out of court in this way, there is the appearance that he's settling because maybe there was something he didn't want to come out in the court case, but also he still denies that anything happened. So interestingly, in the statement that was made between the two parties, the wording was obviously very carefully agreed on. It says that Prince Andrew does indeed regret his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, which is something he hadn't done before. And it also says that he will put his efforts into standing up for and being an advocate for the victims of sex trafficking and abuse. Yeah. Again, not something he's ever said before.
And Jonathan, I want to jump in here quickly. We don't have too long left. What do we know about the actual deal? You know, who's going to pay for this, and how much was it worth?
So there are numbers going around from $10 million to even upwards. These are, of course, rumours, and we haven't been told the precise amounts. Prince Andrew could be paying. He sold his own skiing villa recently, and many speculated that it was for this exact purpose. Also, money could be coming from the Queen, from her Duchy of Lancaster income. We're not yet sure where the money comes from, nor how much it will be. And I'm not really expecting that we'll get much definition or clarity on that, because I'm sure they'll try to keep it private.
And you know, what about these calls for him to be stripped of these royal titles? What can we expect there?
Well, he's already been stripped of several titles and positions and rankings in the military. Now, of course, he is still the Duke of York. There are people in York saying that they don't like that at all. Polling has shown that they would like him stripped of that. That's quite a complicated affair. Government would have to meet and pass some laws so that the Queen would be able to withdraw it. I'm not sure that's on the cards, but we'll have to see how his future maps out with the royal family. I can't see him returning to frontline duties and public service. Probably he'll be keeping a very low profile from now on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Jonathan Sacerdoti there for us in London. Thank you very much.